first of all, thanks for doing this. Just want to know who you are, where you from, you know what I'm saying, and maybe what year you in.
Okay, well, my name is Danny Parker. I'm from Akron, Ohio, and I'm a senior this year.
All right.
My name is Jordyn Trambo. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm a sophomore this year.
Bam. All right, so it's on you. I mean, whoever wanted to roll it, just go back and forth, but just talk about, what your experience has been like thus far, as African Americans here at Ohio University in 2013, or some of the changes you've seen as far as our population and where we hang out, and some of the resources here and who's been reaching out to you. So let's start with whoever want to go.
I'll go. I think my experience has been a little bit different than a lot of people on OU's campus. I came in as a freshman from a predominantly white high school. I went to private school, CBCA. I don't know, it's around the Akron area. And so...
Is that the vocational?
No, it's Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy.
Oh, I know it. Yeah.
You know, it's right... Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you didn't know I went there? Yeah, girl. I went there. So I was very used to being around a predominantly white population. But I think for me, when I came to college, I really expected that, close-knit black community. And I had a Links peer advisor who was not black. She was Hispanic. And so that's really where a lot of people learn, these are the social resources for black people. This is where you go. This is what you do. So really, I was kind of out of the loop my entire freshman year. I didn't really meet too many people. I had a boyfriend, and I basically just included myself. So starting the end of my sophomore year, I really started to get more involved in the black community and realized that there really aren't that many black people here, and there really isn't that much institutional support for us. We do have a close-knit population, and I think that that's something that has been really encouraging for me. But as far as on campus, I was really involved outside of the black community my sophomore and junior year, and I have been my senior year as well. And I think in those circles, the black community is really not talked about. It's really not something that is stressed, as far as like support, as far as being a black woman on campus, there really weren't that many options for black group organizations to be a part of. And so I think that has really been something that my class has kind of struggled with, just having leaders who were women, who were black on campus. And so that's where I think we looked a lot to our Links peer advisors and other people who were involved in that way. But as far as like the Greek mentorship, the Greek role models that you kind of see on a lot of different campuses, and I think have been on this campus in previous years, my class didn't really have that. And so I think that was difficult. I don't know if you want to chime in.
Yeah, my experience is kind of similar, but kind of different at the same time. I have a lot of family here, so coming in was a lot easier to transition here. I already knew a lot of people I had met from coming down and visiting my brother and my cousins.
And you from Seatown, right?
Yeah, I'm from Cleveland.
All right.
And my mom also went here, so it wasn't really a hard adjustment to make. I was also in the Links program, and I'm currently a peer advisor in the Links program. And from being in Links, I met a lot of the people who I hang out with now. My class was really close. Her name is Jordyn Trambo.
Okay, thank you.
Well, she went by Watson when she went here. But,
okay.
My class, when we came in, we got really close during Links. It was like a 3-day pre-matriculation period, and we hated having to sit in these lectures all day, but it made us get to know each other. And being a peer advisor now in pre-matriculation, we spent a day and a half with our Linkies. I barely got to know them, and because of that, they didn't really want to stay around. This year's class is completely different from any other class that I've seen here, and that's just from my experience with her class, the class before, my class. Everybody's class seems pretty close other than the freshman class, and they're starting to come around, but because we don't have those resources here, like, this is pretty much the only place that we can.
And what's this place?
This is the Multicultural Center.
Located in?
It's in Baker Center on the 2nd floor. This is really the only location that we have as a black community. You look up and down all these streets and you see all the different fraternity houses and sorority houses and international houses that everybody has, but there's no house for black people. This is what we have. And this is the multicultural center, so this is really for everybody. It's not really just for us. And I know in the past that they had a lot more places. I think they used to go to Lindley, my mom said. Yeah, they had a lot more places that they could hang out, and we really don't.
I think as far as the social aspect too, you know, there's been some controversy over the past couple of years because the Greek organizations that we do have, they used to have parties and be able to hold things here on campus, and now they're really not able to because of a lot of the restrictions that have been put on them.
Why? Why have they been restricted?
Because I believe it was last year or the year before that, I'm not sure, I'm getting so old. But there was one particular party that they had in Baker Center, and some people came and they started fighting, and basically the administration saw that as a product of the black community and the black Greek organizations and made that a reflection on them, rather than the fact that it was a lot of people who were out of town who didn't even go to school here, who weren't even Greek. And so basically they put a ban on them putting on parties. So that was a big part of our black social atmosphere at the time, and now we don't really have that anymore. So a couple of Greek men actually started an organization to be able to hold parties elsewhere and do things elsewhere, but as far as on campus, there's really no, as far as that strictly social aspect, there's really nothing here for us. I mean, we have BSCPB, which is the Black Student Cultural Programming Board. We have BSU. But as far as the actual strictly social, non-educational, just hang out, let's have a good time, let's have fun, we really don't have that.
Okay.